All right, so first things first, I need a 2D graphic for my upper cabinets. All right, so to do that, I'm just gonna hop over here and find those upper cabinets. And all right, so the first thing you do, I'm gonna hide the rest of the model just so it's real clear. All right, this is going to be one big piece. It's a group. That is going to be a 3D object. Whenever you have a 3D object, you need to have a 2D graphic to represent it. All right, so I just drew a line, and that is going to be my 2D graphic. So the 2D graphic is the, and actually before I assign a layer to an edge, let me do this. I'm going to run a tool, a script called dash lines, and 3 inches is cool. Let me just take all of these and make a group and turn off my axes. See, it drew a dashed line for me. I love that script. That's from Smustard. All right, so now I can just assign this to the layer 2D graphic. All right, so 2D graphic, 3D object. 2D graphics always show up in plan. 3D objects don't. 3D objects will show up in sections, elevations, and perspectives. I'm going to save this. I'm going to hop into layout, and I'm going to reload my reference. See, it's out of date. When I hit update, watch what happens to this this scenario down here. I'm going to get a dashed line. It's just sorting itself out. Let me update this, and here we go. Just like that. That's how you get it taken care of. All right, so this is the way I work. You know, like I just throw it all together, and then I go take a look at my drawings, and then I just chip away like, okay, you know, I want this to look a certain way. So I start adding 2D graphics and 3D objects. All right, now the windows. I could see a case for the windows being dashed. I could imagine that. Or I could also see them not being visible at all, and not showing the windows, but rather showing the soffits, because that, like, basically this edge is the soffit. So let's just do this. The windows are going to be, we're going to show those as dashed. All right, so these windows are going to have a 2D graphic, and I think to make that 2D graphic, watch this trick. Let's see if I can do this. I'm just going to throw a section plane here, and then I'm going to right click on it and hit create group from slice, and then I'm going to delete my section plane, and then I'm just going to scoot this up above it, and let's take a look at this. All right, and I suppose I'll just like complete the gesture here like that, and then I'm going to triple click. Actually, I need to, I put that in the wrong place. I'm going to cut this and get into this group from slice deal. And let's run our dashed lines. Let's just see what it comes up with. Like that. That looks pretty decent to me. All right. So now this is my 2D graphic. All right. So this is my 3D object. This is my 2D graphic, but I've got it kind of goofed up when it comes to my grouping and my layering. See, this is on the layer existing, so I got to get my 2D graphic, I got to cut it and get inside of here, all right? Windows, existing, and then we can start having our group and our 3D object like that. Do a paste in place, and this is going to be my 2D graphic. And I can scoot this straight down, and I don't know, I just usually lay it right in the middle of the windows, and that's usually fine. I'm going to save it, hop back into layout, and let's update and watch what happens to my windows. There we go. So now I've got my dashed windows coming in, keeping in mind that this is just to inform me when I'm designing of like where that soffit lands. And let me unhide everything. Yeah, that works for me. And then the only other soffit I need is this guy here. So for this one, I mean, I might even just consider cheating here and do a copy of this. And I'm going to get into this 2D graphic and do a paste in place. And then I'm going to do my dash lines deal like that. All right, so all I did is I just took that line and just put it, you know, I'm cheating. It's like this, it's a window 2D graphic. I don't know. I mean, the other way you could do it is like, I don't want to jump through the hoops of creating anything custom, just to show this, show these ceilings on this plan. So I think that just kind of doing that quick cheat, and I think I'm going to justify it too, because those windows are kind of in a unique place, that it's like this 2D graphic that I'm showing is more about the ceiling unique conditions happening than it is about the windows. So save that, hop over here. Let's see, did I save it? And then update it, and then we'll see our dashed line come in there. Now those are perfect, right? Those are like absolutely dead nuts on, right where they should be. So when I'm laying this out on my trace paper, it's gonna be super clear what's going on. All right, so we got back of house. I don't love the way that this showed up. I can tell you it doesn't matter. I think what I would do is I would just put like I would probably use like my fixtures layer and put a almost like a floor in there, because it is such a unique situation. It's just not normal. So I guess what I would do is just say like, all right, well, let's just draw like a floor in here like that, and then I'll pull it. I'm gonna pull it down by, say, I don't know, 4 inches. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they actually built it. So now I got to like push my wall down by, say, 4 inches like that. And this, I'm going to cut it. So Control X, and I'm going to just put it in my fixtures. And again, that's usually where you have like your millwork. I mean, you could call it a floor, you could call it a lot of things, but right now I just want it to show up the way it should. And so I guess I'm just going to cheat a little bit on that one too. And so now when I look at this, when I update it, we should get that to fill in. There we go. That looks good to me. All right, let's just take one last once over on this and make sure that everything's doing what we want it to do. We got our stairs, we got our soffits, everything is in place. If you like this video, click the BD button in the top left to subscribe to our channel. Click the video in the top right to see the next tutorial in this playlist. Click the video in the bottom right to go back to the first tutorial in this playlist and see it from the beginning. Click the link in the middle to learn more. I'll see you in the next tutorial.